afternoon. You're watching CNN News 18. I'm Arunima. Top focus this hour is Himachal Pradesh, which is getting its new Chief Minister. And we are getting you live images from Himachal Pradesh. These are pictures and details that we have from Himachal Pradesh, where Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has taken oath as the new Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh after a brief tussle within the Congress party as to who will, succeed Jairam Thakur. Finally, you now see Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu taking the oath there in Himachal Pradesh. Congress has also sworn in a Deputy Chief Minister to ensure that factionalism does not come in the way of them ruling Himachal for the next 5 years. But the details of the cabinet is still awaited. We are still waiting to know as to who else will be part of the cabinet and whether Congress party will be able to keep up all the promises that they have made to the people of Himachal Pradesh. But right now, the image that you have on your screen is of the new Chief Minister, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, who is literally risen from the rank as far as the Congress party is concerned, had a humble background and has risen from the NSUI student level politics up to here. He is now being sworn in as the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. You see there Mallikarjun Kharge, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, all acknowledging and congratulating the new Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister. Mallikarjun Kharge, the new President of the Congress party, was there on the dais. Rahul Gandhi too giving a pause to his Bharat Jodo Yatra, and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who had a role to play in the campaigning. Pallavi Ghosh is joining me live on the story. Pallavi, as we see these pictures, talk us through as to what Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu's oath, him taking over as the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, what does that really mean for people of the state as well as for the Congress party?
I think the last time round, Congress Chief Minister actually was sworn in was in 2018. So for the Congress party, certainly it's a big event. It is their way. They're going to try and flaunt the fact that yes, we can do it, and therefore it comes as no surprise that the top brass of the Congress party is present at that oath-taking ceremony, leading from the Congress president, Rahul Gandhi taking a break from the yatra, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who was actually the face of the campaign, and of course you have Ashok Gehlot. All the Congress chief ministers, ex-chief ministers, all of them have been present. I think the messaging which they are trying to send out is twofold. One, that if you have a concerted campaign, a very well-organized one, it is possible for the Congress party to win, and Congress is not completely down and out. But the second important thing is the choice of Sukhwinder Sukhu, someone who's seen as a grassroots leader who began from the scratch and who has stuck on with the Congress party even during his worst times. They've decided to choose him and actually give that hope to the party workers that you can reach the top, but if there's a loyalty factor, if there's an aggression, and if there is someone who's a dedicated party worker, like he, as you pointed out, he began his innings as a youth Congress leader and today he becomes the Chief Minister of Himachal.
And it is also a message to all those critics of Congress party who say that Congress only believes in Parivarvad. There was a Parivarvad, candidate there in the fray as well in Himachal.
Oh yes, absolutely. In fact, there was a speculation that should the legacy of Veerbhadra Singh be rewarded and should Pratibha Singh be made the Chief Minister of Himachal. But clearly in terms of numbers, the MLAs were with Sukhu as well as with Mukesh Agnihotri. They were not there very much with Pratibha Singh. That's also one of the factors that was very much taken into consideration when the choice was made for the new Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. The legacy of Veerbhadra Singh certainly was one of the main planks on which the Congress contested the elections. But I think the Congress decided that it has to be largely limited at that. Issues like OPC, OPS, issues like Agniveer, opposition to it, these are the main planks also of the Congress party. So real politics, rewarding a party worker, a grassroots worker, and of course, as you pointed out, checkmating the BJP so as to ensure that they do not use legacy Parivarvad as a plank against the Congress party.
But, the new Chief Minister will have to hit the ground running. The Congress party has made promises as far as pension is concerned. The BJP has always labelled this as a burden on the exchequer, Revdi politics as it is called. How is the Congress going to balance that?
Well, I mean, we asked this question of the Congress party also at a press conference a few days back. And in fact, Jairam Ramesh told us that when it comes to social welfare, and often it is at odds with the economic implications, we go in for social welfare. And he gave the example of Manrega. I think having made this an election plank, it's going to be very difficult for the Congress party to go back on it. And I think Sukhwinder Sukhu, when he spoke to my colleague Akash, he made it very clear. The first full-fledged cabinet meeting, that's where the decision on the reinstatement of OPS will also take place.
I can't help but make that comparison, Pallavi. Baghel was there, one of those who was instrumental in finally making sure that Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu occupied that chair. But we saw a tussle in Chhattisgarh between the number 2 and the number 1, which is still not resolved. T.S. Dev and Bhupesh Baghel. Here too, you see a number 1 and a number 2. Any inkling whether promises have been made about a revolving Chief Minister's chair?
Well, none at all. In fact, I think that's one thing, a mistake which I think the Congress party has finally understood is something which they cannot repeat. And interestingly, T.S. Singh Deo said this to our colleague Manoj Sharma in Bhopal also, that this rotation system doesn't work because ye kabhi hota nahi hai. You know, it's also very interesting when you say that, because the people who are flanking Sukhvinder Sukhu and the Gandhis were people who were also facing a tussle in their state. You have Ashok Gehlot there, Sachin Pilot was an observer for the state elections. Both of them were present there. End of the Bharat Joro Yatra from the Rajasthan leg happens on 21st. Will that decision finally be taken? Of course, we have Chhattisgarh where it's more or less clear that Bhupesh Baghel is going to be continuing as a chief minister. So this rotation system never works. No one believes in it. And I think that at least the new Congress president understands that there has to be a kind of finality and a clarity on this, that, you know, we have chosen so-and-so person to become the chief minister and the deputy chief minister. Let's not make the mistake of talking about a rotation system which never really happens.
Before I let you go, Pallavi, the selection of Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu, he's from Hamirpur, and that's an area where Anurag Thakur is emerging as the young leader, the young face of the Bharatiya Janata Party. BJP hasn't really fared well in that constituency, and now the chief minister is from that constituency as well.
So 2024 Lok Sabha elections will become very important, but interestingly, Mukesh Agnihotri and Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu both actually come from the same region. So in terms of regional balance, that possibly has not been maintained. But I think an eye is also there on 2024, because having their own government in Himachal Pradesh, the Congress party certainly would be hoping that from where there's been a complete wipeout, barring Pratibha Singh from the state, this time round at least they managed to win at least 2 to 3 Lok Sabha seats from this small state.
Pallavi, will you please stay with us, because I do want to play out for our viewers the political reactions that we have so far, starting with the new Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh.
क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
मैं आप सबका भी धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा, हिमाचल की जनता का भी धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा। अभी कि जिस प्रकार का मैंडेट उन्होंने हिमाचल के लोगों के द्वारा कांग्रेस पार्टी को दिया है, उसके लिए हम उनके हमेशा धन्यवादी रहेंगे। और मैं एक बात और स्पष्ट तौर पर करना चाहता हूं कि आप सब मीडिया के लोग भी काफ़ी दिन से यहाँ थे और काफ़ी कुछ